Who are you and why should people care?
Good question, and not many people will know me. So my name is Skappak, and I'm currently a medical student at the University of Calgary. Now, I started off going to the University of Alberta. I did my undergraduate there for 4 years, and actually did an extra year, so I had some fun. But I was never really an involved student when I started. I wasn't passionate about things, and I think a lot of students are like that. What happened to me is I actually kind of got a spark behind me. I saw something that, it just drove me. It was my inspiration. And what that did is it led me to, get involved in student politics, student governance. And it even took me a step further. I started a PhD at the U of A, and I'm writing my thesis right now. But in that whole time, I got involved with actually advocating for students to the provincial government. I was the chair of an organization that represented 18,600 grad students across Alberta. And our goal was trying to make life better for students and make it easier to go to school and not have to worry about things like having a second job or where can you even sleep at night. So for my entire career at university, I've been fighting for students. And it's something you fall in love with. It's like politics, is that you either kind of love it or you hate it, and this is something for me. So for the rest of my medical career and probably long after that, I'm going to be still fighting for student rights and for people that don't know how to speak for themselves.
So you met Ed Stelmach. A lot of people are saying that Doug Horner is a clone of Ed Stelmach. How do you feel about that?
I would disagree. I don't think Doug Horner is a clone of Ed Stelmach. I've met Ed, and he's a very nice guy. He's personable, but the only thing that really comes off with Premier Stelmach is that he's not the type of individual that you can see like leading someone. You wouldn't see him the charge of any big drive. He's a great guy, and he's got fantastic ideas. But this is where the big difference comes with Doug. Doug is a natural leader. He has that projection of charisma and confidence, and when he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And unfortunately, you don't get this with Premier Stelmach. Doug's his own man. He's self-made. I know he started off as a farmer, has done international business, and basically, sold grain and sold Alberta around the world. And that's not the case with Ed. That's Doug's claim to fame right there, is he did it all himself.
Students are, have held back so far. They haven't voted. You need to repeat this question, by the way, when you answer it. They haven't jumped on board to endorse or voice their support. Why do you think that's important, and why do you think it's important?
So students right now, they haven't jumped on board. They're holding back. They're anxious about see who they should throw their votes behind, or if they should vote. And it's wonder if it's apathy or just confusion if you're not informed. And a lot of students do actually care about the issues. They're very passionate people, but they need to be motivated. What you see with Doug Horner is he actually has a history of helping and fighting for students. I can tell you with my work as a student lobbyist, I used to advocate for students to the government. And whenever there was a big decision coming in cabinet, I know Doug would actually call the student leaders and ask them personally, like, is this good for students? Is this what you want us to do? And that's a person that students should be supporting. Someone that actually cares about their interests and is willing to take their opinions all the way up to the highest levels and fight for them. That's someone students should get behind.